It's been quite a long time since I cast Burning Wish, but this deck donator wanted to see Burning Wish in PO, so I have a sweet sideboard of sorceries. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, welcome back, vintage gamers. I have a sweet donation deck list here from Gobi. They wanted to see a Burning Wish Paradoxical Outcome deck. So we took the list they sent us and made some changes. And we have a sweet, sweet, sweet Burning Wish package in our sideboard here. So we have Burning Wish can only get sorceries. So one in a red, get a sorcery from outside the game and put it into your hand. We've got, of course, Tinker, Yogwell, probably the two strongest ones. We've got some Storm kills in Tendrils and Empty. Treasure Cruise to refill the hand. I actually put a Galvanic Relay in the sideboard. I thought that maybe there will be times where we have a bunch of mana, but we don't have a way forward or something. Maybe I'm not 100% sure when this will come up, but I feel like it had a potential to come up. Maybe we like Burning Wish on turn one and keep a bunch of Moxen in hand and then go Moxen Relay or something. I'm not 100% sure. A nice one is Wheel of Fortune. We're going to keep Twister in the main, and then we're going to play 3 Hull Breachers in our set, and so we have a wheel that we can get in the board. We've got Void Snare for pesky permanents, Karns and Null Rods and Hull Breachers and all that kinds of things. Thoughtseize, take out a force from their hand, and of course, we've got Shattering Spree. So yeah, pretty exciting sideboard here for our Burning Wish. The whole idea really is the deck donator wanted to see how PO would do without a bunch of the more clunky cards like Tinker and Yogwell, Time Vault Key, those kind of cards in the deck. They wanted to play a little bit more streamlined. So we do have some other clunkers. I always found Karn to be a little clunky, but definitely a powerful card. And so I just kind of like smoothed over some of the other sides here with repeals, and a braid is a creature removal and a null rod removal. Have the Hercules, we can generate some extra storm with that, or bounce constructs or whatever. And I do think always having a dress down makes a lot of sense in PO. Yeah, I don't really think Pulverize is good. I just don't think you're always going to have double Mountain, and it's probably not happening, I would say. I would advise against playing Pulverize. Anything else? Anything else? I do have some other cards in the sideboard that are not part of my Burning Wish board. I have a Sphinx for... I basically have 4 cards that are for Bazaar, and then I have 1 Lattice for Arcarn. So, yeah. We got a whole Breacher PO Burning Wish deck. Thanks to Gobi for the deck donation, and I'll see you in round 1. Are you interested in weekly vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my vintage content. Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Round 1. What do we got? I've got not a very good hand. Notably wouldn't turn this Mox Opal on with an artifact land, which is something to keep in mind. Something we changed in the deck list was we put a pretty normal fetch land mana base. We do have Probe and Repeal on our Opal, which is something. Yeah, Pulverize and Shattering Storm in my artifact combo deck are definitely not combination gamings. So I have 2 rebuys. The problem is I would need to hit a lot to cast Burning Wish. I'll keep this up over here. I think I'd rather just mulligan this hand and just try for something better. No. Well, I mean, Street Wraith is better than Repeal in this situation, but actually, Street Wraith is worse than Repeal in this situation. So, like, the even 2 Street Wraiths is better. But I'm just gonna mulligan this hand and look for something better. That is not very good at doing anything. Uh-oh. All right, well, my opponent's on Dredge, so that's going to inform our decision-making here. Whereas I was probably going to keep this 6 and be unhappy. Now I'm going to mulligan this 6 and look for something combo-oriented. Yeah. I don't think I have any of my Dredge hate is wishable, right? It's not. So what's the best thing I can do? Tinker. So pretty good. Did I put Citadel in the deck? Just make sure. Okay, I did. All right, so let's do that. Let's go PO away and Karn away. I guess Karn technically gets Soul Guide, Lantern, and Needle. It's just going to be too slow, though. I think I'd rather have Repeal as a rebuy. Yeah. I mean, my opponent kept a 7-card Dredge hand. I don't think we have much chance of winning this game, but we're going to give it our best shot here. Like, our opponent can simply have any form of interaction. And why does my sideboard keep getting minimized? Can we have it not do that? I don't know why it's doing that. All right. Cast Burning Wish. I have to hit yes. You may reveal. Yeah, I'll just cast it and not do that. Yeah, no. Yes. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take Tinker. All right, opponent. I hope you have actual factual nothing. If they have nothing, we could win. Which is not a great outlook. Notably, if we had like a Vampiric Tutor or a Mystical Tutor being one of the cards that we cut, could end of turn Mystical for Tinker and not be weak to grief. Just something to keep in mind. While Mystical Tutor, of course, is a clunky card, it is pretty good at what it does. Icarid, Stickweed Imp. It's pretty solid. See if a grief's... Yep, all right. So we got our Tinker griefed. I think we're pretty much pressed into making this play, so it's just going to happen. If it happens, it happens. So, and they have a hollow one. Okay. Top. So I think I like top, draw 2. We just need to find some velocity, not velocity, but like pure cards. Like we need to find like probably another, they just have force too? Okay. That's exactly what I was hoping to draw. Well, if my opponent didn't have force, we might actually be in a position to win this game with PO. All right, so Dredge 5 with 2 Icarids in yard. Hits 1 Dredge 3er and a Narcomoeba. Hits no Dredgers and another black card to eat. So the whole hand gets pitched. 2 Icarids come into play. I get hit for 10. And then I have 1 turn to combo off. It's still theoretically possible. Something like Ancestral into Triple Moxen, into PO. Draw my hand, draw my deck, Tendrils kill. Something like that. Seems like it could be reasonable. I mean, not reasonable, but as a way to win. Yeah, all right. So I'm not getting another turn here. I'm actually pretty interested to see what we would have drawn off of this extra top. Because if it was like a Moxen, then we would have a pretty high chance of doing PO things if opponent didn't have force as well. All right, so we draw Flooded Strand. I don't think we can possibly draw any card here that would win, but I guess it doesn't hurt us to cast and find out. Actually, you know what? It does hurt me. I want to concede. It hurts me inside. All right, so 7-card Dredge hand. Not much we can do about it. They had double interaction, Dredger and double Icarid. Basically, top percentage draw. Not to mention there was also a hollow one. The good news is we have Tabernacle, Needle, Lantern, and Sphinx. And we can get rid of Island and Karn and Urkels and Dress Down. Keep a Braid as an answer to a hollow one. Trying to figure out if there's anything else that's like pretty bad. I mean, we can probably take out Citadel because we're never going to get Citadel. We're always getting Sphinx basically. So we could bring in something like Thoughtseize. Not sure how good Thoughtseize actually is. But, I mean, we could bring in just the Relay. That's kind of an interesting proposition as we can just go like all Momoxen on turn 1, play Relay with Storm. Yeah, I don't mind that idea. Mental Misstep is pretty bad. So maybe we play Thoughtseize. How much does blue cards that leave us? One other problem with playing Burning Wishes in your flex slots is they are not blue. All right, we're still pretty good. All right, I think we'll try this. This looks pretty reasonable. Like, playing against Bazaar is part of Vintage. But I really wish Bazaar players would pair into me in like round 5 of a league instead of round 1 so they don't turn off the new viewers. I noticed that recently, like a bunch of my like videos are like, oh, round 1 Bazaar. I'm like, no, can we not do round 1 Bazaar? So just swap it around. Nah, that's extra work for me. I'm off that. Not a chance. 0%er. Have you met me? Low effort content producer. Not worth a follow. I mean, there are definitely YouTubers who do that. They just only show the wins. 10-minute video. Probably the better way to do it, to be honest. But that's not what we do here. We just get bullied by Bazaar players for multiple rounds. All right, opponent used the full time trying to figure out what the heck's going on our side of the table. I hit yes. I win the die roll. Well, I don't really win the die roll. All right, I have a Sphinx in my hand and a Burning Wish that we can't cast, notably again. Don't know if this would have been a Glimmer Void or an Artifact Land in the original build, but if we was an Artifact Land, we would be able to cast Burning Wish. Don't know what we would get. I guess we, like... Don't know what we would actually get, though. All right, let's mulligan this and look for something better. Keep drawing this Sphinx of the Steel Wind, which is not how you're supposed to do it for anyone keeping track. But we've got turn 1 Needle on the play with Force Backup. So, keep... Actually... I wonder if I'm just supposed to keep this Sphinx to pitch to Force so I still have Hull Breacher. I lose my ability to Tinker, but I can just never get Tinker if I just like don't ever Burning Wish for it. That doesn't actually hurt me, right? It's kind of an interesting idea. I think I'm gonna do that. Not that Hull Breacher is very good against Bazaar that gets needled, but if my like opponent vigors my needle and then I can at least get their first Bazaar activation. Maybe if that's my plan, I'm supposed to keep the Tolarian Academy then. Could see that being true. All right, opponent mulligan to 5, which is better than last time. Opponent does have to mulligan to a hand that contains a Bazaar of Baghdad. I have resolved a needle on Bazaar. They have a Vigor pitching Vigor. I have a Force pitching Sphinx. And that's good. All right. So now my opponent has 3 cards. One of them is Bazaar of Baghdad. Holding the Bazaar to maybe go to end step. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is just cast the Hull Breacher in their upkeep so that I'm less likely to get forced. No, I actually don't think Bazaar is in a very good state right now, so I think it's actually pretty fine as it is. I'm not too worried about Bizarre decks currently. All right, we have a Burning Wish coming up. I don't know what that gets us. I guess it could get us a wheel. Hell yeah. All right, sweet. I might do that now so I can wheel next turn. It means I'll draw my top. Because it does get me, I guess I do get griefed, right? Was the card below Burning Wish a land, or did I put something else below Burning Wish? Well, my opponent, I guess it does let them discard, but it gives us 7 treasures and 7 fresh ones. Isn't that better? Because we can't tinker for anything. They dredge instead of drawing? Not, how would they do that? It draws and then, oh, you're right, it discards, then draws. Okay, yeah, that would be really bad. We should definitely not wheel. So what are we doing then? That's why we don't have wheel in our deck. I would board out wheel, but you keep in Twister. None of our cards really do. I guess we have Treasure Cruise. All right. I'm gonna just maybe we'll spin Brainstorm because if our plan is Treasure Cruise, then we need more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, it was a pedal, so we could have gone for it if it was a good play. So nothing is like really compelling here. It's just Cruise. The Wish doesn't even go in the yard. The Wish gets exiled. So I kind of want to be able to cast Cruise at the same turn. So I won't get, I mean, they're probably not going to grief me because they want to pitch the hand size. I do need to end this game before they like get too out of hand. Maybe we just cast Brainstorm first and then figure out from there. What am I tinkering for? We exiled Sphinx. Wish I could get like a PO or something. This doesn't even clear the top of my library either. If I draw this Lotus Petal, I make 2 mana and I have 6 cards. I did put the Lotus Petal on top, right? Okay. Oh, did I not make enough? Oh, I'm still short. Awesome. All right, well. What am I casting off Beseech? I don't have Vault Key or anything like that, no. I guess I would get Twister, true. That's okay. I think we got the cards we needed. Don't think I have anything off of this. I guess I have PO off of this scroll, which is better than Narsetting. Is it better than Narsetting? Let's take mana. I have enough to do it right now. I guess it's better then. I mean, I drew 3, so my Burning Wish was pretty good. I could theoretically do other pickups there, like maybe pick up Hull Breacher, attack, and then pick up Hull Breacher. I guess I should probably do that. Probably should have done that. Lorien as a wish target? Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. I didn't think about that. All right. I mean, we drew a PO every time, so this game is very over. Demonic. So can I demonic for wish for tendrils? Well, if I had a grape shot, I could do the grape shot, but because I have tendrils, I can't. So we just keep POing. It's fine. It would just save me time and not necessarily be better. Oh, I didn't pick up the hull breacher, did I? We are on easy mode. Raphael, you were suspiciously not here when we played the PO challenge, where I lost multiple games POing for 3. So I don't want to hear it from you. I have a land drop, so I think now I have black for wish, red for this, and then no, I'm still 1 short, right? Let's just cast demonic. Oh, I guess we could have twisted. Yeah, I guess we can still twister. I guess that does the job too. Empty time walk. Oh yeah, we could empty time walk. Sure. But what if instead we took more game actions? Have you considered such a possibility? I, for one, enjoy taking more game actions. All right, I guess I'll win. It's fine. I could make this storm count even higher, but I won't do that. I'm a caring and kind streamer. I will tendrils you for 40 copies, 80 damage. Opponent said, I'm off it. I'm going to go take a break. They got all to have all the fun in the first game. I got to have all the fun in the second game. That's just fair. Yeah. Let's just hit submit. Man, Burning Wish makes things like a little annoying, but not that annoying. It is possible that this tendrils is just like a lot worse than playing Grape Shot, but I mean, it's kind of a thing you have to test. I thought they got rid of private messages, to be honest. All right, so I've once again drawn this Sphinx for the 3rd straight game. My opponent did get rid of Hollow One, Icarid there, which is worth noting. I'm gonna just mulligan this hand. It does go... Nah, this hand just stinks. It's mulligan. This hand slaps. This hand does stuff. What the hell am I doing with this hand? Is this a recording? Everything is a recording. All things are recorded and put on YouTube. I don't really think Tendrils is that hard when you're POing, because you have Mox Opal and Jet, and every time if you have extra mana, you can float extra black mana. What are we vamping for? I think this whole Tinker in the sideboard thing is not very good. Do we have enough to like do that? So if we put away Narset, we make black mana off of our... We just like can't do anything. Yeah, this whole Burning Wish thing so far has not been going super well for us because we could just be getting to Tinker from our deck. So we could theoretically go Vamp, red mana, Burning Wish, and then get either empty or oh, we can't get relay. I guess we could just vamp for relay. We could do that. We could go 6 mana. I guess we could theoretically get rid of this Pearl and go. Oh no, we can't get rid of the Pearl if we want. So we could theoretically get rid of Repeal and go Narset, Vamp, Twister, grab Twister, Twister. Our opponent has to have nothing for that. I mean, we're probably doing something like that anyways. So let's just get rid of this Repeal, keep all our fast mana. I guess if we get griefed and we lose our Narset here, we are going to wait a turn to do something, but I think there's like reasonable Vamp for Galvanic Relay lines there. Like if we just go Vamp, Repeal, play all of our stuff in Relay, that could be pretty good as well. Opponent pitched a Force of Vigor and a Grief here to play a Hollow one. That's very odd. Oh. Yeah, I mean, sure, whatever. Sure. I have 2 Repeals in my deck that I just bottomed. Unbelievable. It's just... You know they kept, like, Force Blue card as the last 2 cards, too. So if we draw a fetch land, we can Vamp for Repeal, and then we probably win. I guess we get forced, so maybe we probably lose. All right. So the game continues here. I think my opponent has Force Blue cards still, right? Yeah, because they're not activating, so it means they have something they're keeping in hand. So yeah, they have Force Blue card as their last 2 cards. That is just wonderful. Well, they ran out of Dredgers here, though. But I guess it doesn't matter because they can draw 2 naturally and then discard 3 and keep Force Blue card. Hits me. Yeah, I'm just gonna lose anyways. I guess we can get Tab. But that's losing, right? Super losing. Yeah. I mean, we actually almost played out of this, but our opponent just happens to have a counter backup as well. So that's kind of crazy. If I had simply kept the Repeal instead of the Narset, I would not have to Vamp. But that's not even good anyways, so. Well, if they have Vigor, it's a lot better for us than if they have Force. I mean, I have 2 Repeals still in my deck, so it's not even like Chalice is going to be amazing against us. But we should keep all blocks in hand. If it's Repeal, we have a chance. Sorry, if it's Vigor, we have a chance. If it's Force, we lose. If it's Misstep, we lose. Yeah, they have Force Blue card. Unbelievable. They have Force. 3 forces in their top 27. All right, cool. Well, that's playing against Dredge. Not much to say. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully we don't play against Bazaar. This hand slaps. So I think I'm going to go Strand, Lotus, go, Upkeep, Ancestral. I think resolving Ancestral and not getting hit by Negation is important. Even though we have a lot of upside to casting Ancestral on my turn here with Opal Lotus. Is Dredge the clear best Bazaar deck? I think that is the case right now. Because the most played deck in the format is Wasteland Bowmaster. But that's a very recent change. It's only within the last 45 days or so. You could argue that that's fine. Wait, what? You could argue that our Agrovine has its place in the current metagame because the combo decks are kind of actually pushed out a little bit, but is this like Wasteland, Soul Ring, Mono White Initiative, Waff of Pearl? You can't make this shit up. All right. Well, at least I get to do something with this mana off of my Lotus that is now getting destroyed. So one thing I wonder is, should I just kill this Pearl? I kind of think I'm going to. It's probably a little risky, but our hand is really powerful anyways. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this fetch, time walk, and then we'll PO on the next turn. We're probably winning from here. I can't imagine. This is like... That one's not great. I guess we want to keep white or red mana. I would love to hit a Mox in there, but we'll take a draw 2. Rebuy. Still have access to Burning Wish. I guess if we don't like kind of brick on this and then they wasteland our Academy. Oh, we did hit Burning Wish. Okay, that's pretty sweet. This is kind of a nice one where we have like 2 mana and we can pick something to do with it. So they can't stop us from tinkering. All they can do is like play Cavern Archon. I think we just want to go get Tinker. I guess it doesn't. I guess we should just play this Opal out in case we do get Archoned. So my opponent would have to have been saving a Cavern and have an Archon here to have this game be remotely playable. Looks like they have a white source, but we have a Force. So even if they have Archon, we're still cooking. Even if they wasteland us, we're still tinkering. Looks pretty one. This is a Seasoned Engineer. I think I'm still just gonna force it anyways. You probably don't even need to, but it just saves me a lot of headaches. I guess this thing is an Artificer, so it wouldn't get plussed. They actually didn't end up wastelanding, so I can just go. I guess I don't need to use my Academy mana yet. Probably don't want to use my Academy mana yet. Let's just tinker off this Opal. Narset, it's a pretty good one. Soul Ring. Fetch land is fine. Karn. Karn is fine because we have a blocker. Oh, Twister, sweet. So I'll play a Hull Reacher and make this very easy. Twister, they lose their hand. I gain a new hand. Oh, we can even win without Lattice Lock. Sweet. See, double black, super easy. Let's go get a Tendrils of Agony. All right, not bad. Ancestral Recall. That's a hell of a card, huh? One thing we don't have is any removal. we don't have a lot of removal here, so that's not great. That's pretty bad, actually. Yeah, it's not good. We have a braid. I think we'll bring in Void Snare as well. And we'll bring in... Maybe we'll bring in Empty and Void Snare, and then take out Misstep and Hercules, and just have some more action. I don't know, man. These cards are not very good on the board against mono white. No, I don't think so. I just want to like dress down or a braid and then go for a Citadel combo. Sphinx is like my mono white opponents just have too many answers for Sphinx. I feel like Sphinx never does anything. They're either unblockable or they lure in or they have Solitudes in still. It just never works for me. This hand has fast mana and a Void Snare, so I'm definitely keeping it. We can get rid of the Opal with a Brainstorm. It's kind of, at least in my mind, a similar. I mean, we don't have enough removal to maybe facilitate the game plan as much as I'd like, but in my mind, it's similar to like how PO plays against shops, where you keep in Citadel and then you Hercules them. We have Dress Down and Void Snare and a Braid. It's a little light, but I'd rather have more Dress Downs if I could. But maybe I should have done that. None of. Oh, Gobi subscribed and can't type in chat. I don't know why that would be. Did they like change my settings or something? I'll try to fix it after this round, Gobi. I don't know what's going on. If for whatever reason you can't type in chat, maybe some settings got changed. Can we just stop having Moxen Soul Ring? All right. I wish I had like a force or something, but okay. Who told the mono white players they're allowed to play more Moxen? Who did that? Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, well, we have 3 lands. Technically, this actually bounces Trinisphere, which is kind of sick. This card's pretty cool. All right, so do they have a really strong follow-up in their last 2 cards here? Looks like they have Thalia. Okay. That does kind of make my like bounce Trinisphere play all my Moxen plan a little worse. But that's definitely not the worst thing that could have happened there. And? Is there an and? There's no and? All right, this game is totally playable now. Well, it's not totally playable because if I were to bounce this Trinisphere, it's a sorcery speed, unfortunately. I can't replay all my Moxen yet. So this looks more like end of turn Brainstorm, I guess. This could be like Thalia might just be just annoying enough. I lose my fetch lands if I do that, but I feel like I'm supposed to anyways. Just cast a Mox. Yeah, I guess we could have just started casting Moxen. I was kind of looking to brainstorm and see if we had like better options, but maybe that was foolish of me. Obviously, you don't want to be casting an end of turn brainstorm with no fetches, but I guess what am I even trying to draw into, right? Yeah, this play doesn't really make a lot of sense. I guess we should have just played a Moxen out. Just hope they kept bricking. Dress down. I mean, that went pretty well. Play a Moxen. Or we Void Snare and then play Mox. The thing is, we don't have anything to do yet. We can only play one Mox because I made this play. We probably want to draw that other land anyways. So we'll probably just play... I'm going to play Black Lotus instead of a Mox because this lets me play Dress Down in case they do something broken. I guess theoretically, I could cast Dress Down at end of turn, crack away my land, play Void Snare, and if I top deck something good, that could be a line too. We have a pretty nice one. I think I'm kind of interested in fetch away my land, play an end of turn Dress Down, and try to draw a PO. Or a Wish or something. Feels pretty winnable. I feel like we have enough hits that that's worth it. Let's see what they play. Can this stop happening? I guess they've been holding it. That's like the maximum possible punish for the line I took. I think I'm supposed to cycle this Dress Down. No, it can't be right. All right, all right. I got punished. So I'll take my draw step, get my other land, play a Ruby, and go for an end step Dress Down, and then Void Snare, PO kill. That's all. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. I could obviously play another Mox here, but I think we're just gonna go for the Dress Down this turn and try to win. Yeah, I know. I saw. I don't know how to fix that right now. I'll try to fix it after this match. I don't know. Like they're following and they're subbed and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm loving the content, Will. Thanks for bringing back Super League. I don't know if anyone else in chat has been watching, but it's been some good stuff. Did Spike end up not winning any games? That was sad because Spike had the coolest deck. Okay. All right, I think I just have to let this happen, get hit, and then I have to win on this turn. Be sweet. Oh my god, they top deck another card? I guess that doesn't matter either. Artificer and Soldier? Okay. Is that a thing we can do? Yeah, I think if we draw exactly PO, we can Dress Down, bounce the Trinisphere, and then PO and win. Feels achievable. They don't have another thing. Okay. All right. End of turn. Dress down your Thalia. We need to draw an action spell in our next 2 draws. What are they trying to... okay, I'll draw an extra card. Sure. I'm okay with that. All right, well, we haven't drawn the action spell. We got the extra draw. We just need to draw any action spell right now. We didn't. It's so frustrating. Yeah, I mean, we got an extra draw and we still missed, so not much we can say there. I mean, I have all the mana we need to win the game. I just do not have a card that says win the game. Okay. Bro, why? It's okay. We got an extra draw for free for no reason. So we can't even really be that mad. I'm just gonna run it back like this. Our opponent was like, hey, I want to see you kill me. Have another card. Not a keepable hand against mono white. Need something more powerful. I am really enjoying the current TFT set. I'm gonna push for challenger, I think. I'm currently like 240 LP grandmaster. Like somewhere in the top 500 and NA. All right, this doesn't do it for me either. Okay, all right. Those are restricted cards. Put back Opal, put back land, cast Ancestral Recall. I'm gonna fetch basic here. Well, no, I'm gonna fetch Underground Sea here. If they want to wasteland me, that's fine. Okay. Does it make sense to play my Manifold out using my Lotus? I wish we could just Demonic for Tinker. The fact that I have to Burning Wish for Tinker. I guess there's technically more Burning Wishes than Demonics, but I keep drawing Demonic. I'm gonna not play it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, like, they can be Archon, but if they Archon, then I can play Manifold next turn. It's not that bad, right? Wasteland. Okay. I think that's totally fine. Which is kind of why I did it. I think that works out pretty well for us. All right, so I have 5 mana. What does that do? This doesn't do anything. It's not. There's no Tinker in my deck. I keep drawing the Demonic Tutor, not the Burning Wish. Like, what it realistically is probably a Time Twister, but I'm still pretty short of that sequence. That sequence needs 9 mana, right? No, it needs 8 mana, and currently I have 5 mana, and I'll have 6 mana next turn. Well, I can't end step Breacher and DT for wheel. I can do it right now, but then I need to draw a Moxen off the top. I could just cast Breacher on end step if I think it's good, but then then I'm like losing on mana, so DT for Burning Wish. I mean, I can tap and DT for Burning Wish and cast Burning Wish, but then I can't cast anything else. I mean, I know that Breacher Wheel isn't great against mono white, but like, what else am I doing realistically here? I think I'm gonna pass this turn. Kind of makes me wish I had gotten an island, actually. That was the plan. I can use my black mana off of something else. But I guess if they wasteland me, I'm also like not that upset. Cavern before Moxen, interesting. You just kept wasteland, cavern, no Moxen? Bruh. That's illegal. It's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. That's not good. All right. So if I have 4/6 mana. If I DT time walk, it's just not good still, right? I think we should just time walk and try to find more mana. I still don't have anything. This game would just be over if I had a Tinker in my deck. I could just DT for Tinker. The game would be easy. poor Gobi isn't even here to defend himself. I mean, he's here, but I can't talk for some reason. I don't know why. We can DT for Wish. The problem is, like, I think passing the turn is bad. And we don't really have the mana to do the things we want. All right, the game is easy. Never mind. It's just free. Did I ever tell you it's just free? It's just free. It's just free. Just draw Burning Wish. It's fine. It's just free. Simple. I guess I'm really happy. I guess I could have had a Moxen I could have replayed. It's fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We bricking? Kind of. Ah, it's easy games. So what can this get us? We can like Yogg Time Walk or something. Guess we could just get Black Lotus. And then how close are we to Tendrils? Not super close. Oh, we could just Twister, but that runs into Solitude, but we have it covered by Force. That might just be better. We can just go Vault, Lotus, Hull Breacher, Twister with Force backup. Oh, I can't actually. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just put the Twister on top. Pew, pew. All right. And now we have Lattice Lock. Sweet. Okay, that worked out. We just needed to draw the Burning Wish and not the DT. Our opponent did helped us out a lot by probably keeping a hand that they're not allowed to keep. But we got there. All right, here we go. I have a sweet sideboard. It's round 3. What do we have? This is a nice hand. This is a very nice hand. Is this turn 1 Tinker? If I go Volcanic, Mana Vault, Jet, Mana Vault, Volcanic, 3 mana. Yeah, this is turn 1 Tinker. Sweet. Let's jam. All right, Volcanic, Jet, Mana Vault. I think I'd rather my Petal or my Burning. I get like main deck Mindbreak trapped, that's fine. All right, Burning Wish. Wait. Should we go Galvanic Relay? Is this the Galvanic Relay time? Because if my opponent does have a counter and they let Burning Wish resolve, then this could be Galvanic Relay time. The downside is if my opponent like plays an Archon or something. If I hit a Force of Will off my Relay, I can cast it, right? Because the alternate cost is pitch this from my hand. You know what? I think this is a relay time. I think if there was ever a relay time, this looks like the relay time. Oh, it's only during my next turn. It's not until the end of my next turn. God damn it. All right. It's Tinker time. No, you know what? I want to see how this does. Relay for 5. Let's find out. Relay. Delta. How do I do this? I pop this out. Delta. Hull Breacher. PO. Fetch. All right, this card sucks. Well, this card is terrible. Someone let Bryant Cook know. Galvanic Relay, garbage Magic card. Holy crap, that was so bad. I can play a land and a Hull Breacher. I guess if I hit Moxen off the top, I can play Moxen, land, and PO, which is pretty good. No. They had Street Wraith, chat. They definitely had Force of Will in their hand. If they're on Doomsday, there's 0% chance they didn't have Force of Will in their hand. We would have tinkered, got Force of Will, and lost the game anyways, right? Right? Just go with me here. True. Factually accurate, chat. I mean, maybe we just die on turn 1 of Doomsday. Oh no. Wait. They're tapping blue. God, imagine if we had a Hull Breacher. I mean, I guess playing land Hull Breacher next turn is not even that bad. It's just like kind of a bad use of Galvanic Relay, but there's no way they like discover in us. Oh, but we do have to wait for a Doomsday player, so. But if I knew my opponent was on Doomsday, right? And they let my Burning Wish resolve, I think Galvanic Relay is the card that makes the most sense. I kind of like it. Oh, here's my Exile play zone over here. Drew a Force. That's not bad. It'll just be more bizarre and more mono white than normal. And more shops than normal. All 3 of those things end up being played more in paper. All right, so I get a land and I get to play a Hull Breacher off my Galvanic Relay. I mean, that's not the worst against Doomsday. I have Force and Hull Breacher. I don't hate it. Like, I think if I hit a Moxen this turn, I mean, hitting a Force is probably better than hitting a Moxen. If I hit a force in my galvanic relay, that would have been pretty sweet too. Like if I hit galvanic, can we? All right, you got me. I've invested in the arena of ideas. Yeah, I think like a show and tell oath deck is a pretty fine choice for Eternal Weekend for sure. You'll also probably see more oath in paper as well. These are all like kind of generalizations. Like they may or may not be true. It's hard to tell because there are just like not really paper no proxy events in the West. So the Oath Mirror is a little rough, but there are ways you can gain an advantage in the Oath Mirror. That's probably true. Our Galvanic Relay didn't really hit the best cards in our deck. I would agree with that statement. Hitting Hull Breacher, PO, land is not great. Like we could have hit Moxen and then Burning Wish and other stuff, I guess. Ancestral. I think you can make, not only can you like make play choices and sideboarding choices to make your Oath Mirror better, but you can also make like deck building choices as well. Interesting. All right, this is actually a really hard choice. So I have Force Academy. Hmm. I kind of like. I kind of like spin top, activate top, draw Academy, spin second force to the top, hold open, hard cast force, untap with Merchant Scroll and Force. I'm not 100% sure that's the best line, but it's the line that intrigues me the most. That's true. We cleared off 5 cards that we didn't want to draw. That's true. There's something to be said about. Well, I guess we only can get 1 force no matter what here. But this lets me hardcast force on their turn, untap, and go Merchant Ancestral with force backup, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can Merchant Ancestral and with force backup on the next turn, too. I like this line. I don't know if it's the best, but I like this line. Obviously, if our opponent simply has like Doomsday Flusterstorm, we lose, but I guess if I had simply drawn Burning Wishes those times that I had drawn Demonic Tutors, it would have been better. But I just drew the 1 Demonic Tutor each time, right? So it's just kind of unlucky. Was draw force, go Merchant Ancestral with force backup this turn better? No, I think it's better. I think this is better because of like Flusterstorm and that kind of thing. Lost my flip. Um, I guess they have like hardcast negation. I could theoretically go PO, but I kind of want to be able to hardcast force here and like beat Fluster. But this loses the mental misstep, so maybe I'm supposed to go PO and go PO on their turn. that's pretty reasonable as well. Like Merchant PO, go to their turn. PO, pretty good. Might be better, actually. I guess theoretically, if this resolves, then I can still PO on their turn, though I can't beat Fluster because I only have 5 mana. But I guess if I draw Mox in PO, then I can go to their turn and PO again anyways. There's definitely some upsides. This was the line that intrigued me the most, but I'm not, like I said, I think there's like a lot of... So they had Flusterstorm. Look at that. They had Flusterstorm Force. Well, I have no action, so I'm just going to cast Force on this and make them have something else. Do I enjoy Short Mind Wishing of Blue Shell with Lorien revealed? No, I don't think it's... I don't think I enjoy playing that shell very much. I don't really think Lorien fits very well in PO. At least in the times I've tried. I think the one thing about PO that I probably should... All right, so they pitched Force Fluster Force Cruise. All right, well, you got it, homie. So that means we're drawing top next turn. That's not too bad. No, shit. Did I put the Vamp above the top? I put the Vamp above the top. I guess with a Force, maybe that's okay. Oh, we're just dead? I mean, we were always going to be dead if my opponent had Daze, Force, Doomsday. What was I saying? The one thing about PO that I probably need to retry is just like play the Sifo Saga, Esper Saga version. Oh, Necro. Well, we're probably not beating Necro, but... Oh, we cast Merchant Scroll, so we have a fresh draw. True. The Merchant Scroll resolved. So yeah, if I had gone PO, I would have gotten flustered to death. Unfortunately, my opponent just drew 10 cards, so... It's like casting PO, but... better, maybe. Worse. Similar. I guess it's only 7 cards. All right, if I draw exactly PO on this turn, do I have enough mana to protect my PO? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No. Okay. If I draw Burning Wish, Yogwill... I mean, I have good draws. My opponent's probably gonna have counter magic. I mean, they've used 2 forces, I guess, so maybe they won't draw counter magic. I think I would rather... I don't want to tap out of red or black mana, so I think I'm just gonna take the 1 here. Can lose 1 mana to untap that, but all right, well. That one is not on the list of good draws. Next turn will definitely untap. But I don't think we're getting it next turn, so. Oh, boy. I don't really mind the way we played this game. It just did not work out for us. The Daze was particularly brutal. Though I guess Hull Reacher would not have stopped Necropotence anyways, so maybe it didn't matter very much. Black, Doomsday. Force. We beat Fluster. They have to have 3rd or 4th Force. I guess that's a possibility they don't have it. Well, I get F6 value, so. Gosh, okay. Currently, Storm is 3, so I can pay for that pretty easily. All right, we didn't die. Achievement unlocked. Well, unfortunately, at this point, I'm not sure Tinker gets the job done because we've had a Mana Vault and a Mana Crypt in play for many turns. Because we have 9 health left. However, we do have 4 Yogwills that we can draw. So that's not bad. Burning Wish, Yogwill. cast Merchant Scroll PO, cast Ancestral Galvanic Relay. Like lots of nice things in our graveyard right now. Lots of nice things. I'm gonna untap with Mana Crypt and you're right. I might untap with Tolarian just so I can keep my. Well, I have a Lotus Petal, right? I have a Black Lotus, right? So if I just tap out of black mana, it's fine. I'm probably gonna do Mana Crypt and Jet and C. Yeah, I mean, just drawing PO is also good. So, like, if you think about it like that, right? We have 3 POs to draw to and 3 Burning Wishes to draw to, and Demonic Tutor. We have a lot of very good draws. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just tap my just gonna tap my black sources to untap this. Should be fine. One this flip, and we draw Vampiric. I hate this game. Well, that is. I guess we can just vamp on upkeep. Really? Like demonic, it's fine if we Lotus because we're gonna demonic for Burning Wish for Yogg or something like that, and like it's fine. But all right, well, they had another Dark Ritual Doomsday anyways, so. Don't think it mattered very much. Overall, I really don't hate the way we played this game. It's just my opponent had Doomsday things, right? If we simply hit a Moxen off of our Galvanic Relay, this game was probably super winning. Doomsday triple counter into Necro is like, yeah. There's a reason why Doomsday was the best deck in the format and then suddenly became not the best deck in the format. And the reason is because it was very good against decks like mine, but it's not very good against the 9 colorless land control deck. Like Doomsday is pretty bad against Wasteland. Doomsday is pretty bad against Saga. Pretty bad against multiple like Orcish Bowmaster. Counters like 6 forces plus 2 to 4 1-drop counter spells. You can't really make a deck that's like better against Doomsday than the blue black Lurrus Saga deck. That deck is nuts against Doomsday. It just has all the right cards. All right, so as long as my opponent built their pile correctly, they are winning here. I actually think the blue-black Lurrus deck is a really good thing for the format. You typically want some kind of mid-range or control deck to be the best deck in the format. If you like, you don't really want Bazaar or Heavy Combo to be your best deck. So having like a blue semi-control deck be your best deck in the format is usually a good thing for format health, in my opinion. That's just how I look at it. So I'd like to take out this Hercules Recall, and I'd like to bring in the Thoughtseize. But besides that, we're already pretty pre-boarded here. Oh, I guess this Abrade can become a Galvanic Relay. I know Galvanic Relay wasn't like amazing there for us, but I do think that it makes a lot of sense in this matchup. Let's do this. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think Vintage is actually, like, I thought Vintage was in a pretty reasonable spot pre Lurrus Saga control, but I actually think it's in a better spot now, post. Though that deck I don't think is fully iterated. I think that deck has a lot of room to grow, and I wouldn't be surprised if it changes a reasonable amount in the near future. Like I said, I've said this a couple times now. I think Mogg is a stellar Magic the Gathering player, but I have some questions in that build, so I want I think that some questions can be answered with deck building changes as well. Yeah, I don't know. Like the problem is Wasteland is a very much a creator of non-games. The problem is the cards that Wasteland keeps in check are also creators of non-games. So like lots of fair mirrors in Wasteland mirrors are become non-games because of mana, right? But like if you don't have Wasteland being a major player, then Bazaar and Saga create too many non-games. So it's like it's very much a delicate balance. So this hand has an Underground Sea instead of a Volcanic Island, and I can't cast Burning Wish. However, I have Force Stress Down, so I feel like this is probably just a keep anyways. I'm gonna deploy all my things now. Don't want to hit like Flusterstorm or Mindbreak Trap or anything like that. So typically, I'd like to be able to hold Dress Down until my opponent goes for an Oracle kill. However, it's pretty important for me to hit either Fetch Land Volcanic or off color or Moxen. So I think there's a pretty high probability I just cycle this Dress Down end of turn, even though it's very good at stopping my opponent from comboing. Another like big payoff here is if I play end of turn Dress Down, keep it until my next turn and draw Mox PO. That's like one of the best possible draw sets, but it's definitely a very reasonable draw set with 4 POs and many Moxen in my deck. So the problem with 3 to 4 Island PO is that you're actually just like not that good against the Bowmaster control deck. I haven't really found a way to make the deck like super strong. Like you're like you can so like the deck I played in the one of the last challenges I streamed with 4 dress downs in my deck, I thought would be very good, but I also didn't really play against the right matchup set, but I think there's like a world where PO can play like 4 dress downs and it's like actually a pretty reasonable choice. Like 3 islands, 4 dress downs. I haven't really spent a lot of time delving into that. I had a really bad stream on that stream. Just like a lot of human errors, which like really helped me, which really hurt my ability to like assess whether the things that were happening with PO were good. So that was like kind of rough. If I hit a land here, I can actually repeal my dress down, which is pretty sweet. I'm just gonna brainstorm and hope I don't lock out here. Ah, that's pretty brutal. No, I'm not great. So I'm not sure. Like PO is a vintage level magic card, right? But it also just like has so many inherent flaws. Well, I can't really let this Doomsday resolve, right? I think I'm just gonna Forge Pitch for PO, which lets me draw it into another blue card if I draw nothing off the top. Wow, they just have Force Backup? Okay. Makes me wish I hadn't cast my dress down, but Doomsday is so good against this deck. It's crazy. And my deck isn't even that bad. Like, it's got dress down and hold breachers and stuff, but I just have, I require so many more moving pieces to function. The problem, that's like one of the other big problems with PO is you require so many moving pieces to actually be able to like facilitate your game plan. All right, so say my opponent gives me a pass the turn pile here. My best draw is a blue card to force their Ancestral on the top of their library. And then my next best draw is a fetch land. So I can wish. Nah, there's not even good wishes. I guess my next best draw is like Ancestral. Ancestral, look for an opportunity or something. Well, no, I actually think if we draw like a blue card, force their Ancestral, and then draw our own Ancestral and look for like an Ancestral kill them avenue, That seems like pretty reasonable to happen. Like, typically you can't do the KO shot with Ancestral target them, but if you disrupt their, like, normal pile, it becomes a lot easier. Knowing us, we're going to either draw one of our 2 remaining Mox Opals or one of our 3 remaining Burning Wishes. That is my assumption, if I had to guess. Or our opponent is just going to go, like, Lotus Ancestral kill us or something. Well, Fetch Land at least gives us Burning Wish, and Burning Wish for Void Snare, Treasure Cruise, Tinker, or Recall gives us a blue card. So even a Fetch Land is not bad. It's literally Mox Opals or more Burning Wishes that are the bad draws, right? Or like an Underground Sea or an island, I guess. Sure, yeah. So I feel like we're drawing to like a large percentage of our deck that's going to let us play. Like, we have many blue cards. Most of our Moxen and most of our artifacts are going to let us draw and are like going to let us cast Burning Wish for a blue card. Almost a lot of our lands are going to let us cast Burning Wish for a blue card. So like we have a lot of good stuff here. Hold Breacher is fine as a blue card. We can't cast it. We'd have to use our force, right? But opponent is put 2 cards on the top of their library, so it looks like we might get our turn soon. See how much pain we're in. All right. Come on, baby. Citadel? Yeah, baby. All right, Volcanic Island. Volcanic Island is one of the passable draws. We get to Burning Wish, and we can Burning Wish for... I think we want to Burning Wish for Treasure Cruise. Because if we don't force, then Treasure Cruise is almost live. But if we do force, which is pretty likely, we don't want to like pitch Tinker. So I think we're just going to take the Treasure Cruise. All right, so opponent has 3 cards in hand and 5 cards in library. I'm assuming this is Ancestral. Almost assuredly Ancestral, which we force. They shouldn't have second force backup, I would hope. They don't. All right, we get a turn. Opponent should still be able to make a kill pile underneath this Ancestral, but we'll see how they did. Merchant. Wow. Okay, so we can now Merchant for Ancestral. What about Daze? I don't see a Daze. I mean, we are still definitely getting Ancestral. I don't think we're casting Ancestral on us. I think we're going to go see what they do here and maybe cast on them. Obviously, we get Dazed, but I think that's one of our best shots to win this game. Definitely looking for like something like end of turn Ancestral here if they don't make a great pile. Or if they like went for like a Time Walk pile. I guess end of turn Ancestral is worse than on my turn Ancestral because I can pay for Flusterstorm. So I guess it's more likely we'll go on their next upkeep Ancestral. Black Lotus. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see what they do. Don't want to cast and respond. That just gives them a full grip. If they cast a cantrip, that's also going to resolve because we would want them to cast a cantrip and then play a Thassa's Oracle and with the trigger on the stack cast Ancestral. We wouldn't want to cast Ancestral in response to a cantrip because then they would draw 3 cards and maybe have a force. I haven't like looked at their 50 cards that are exiled. I could theoretically do that. I do that in challenges, but in leagues, I just don't think it's worth the time. Opponent is casting a Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, that's fine. Are they going to cast like 2 oracles? Is that the plan? No. All right, I win. Okay. I assume that means they can't beat the Ancestral Recall on their upkeep. Okay. Well, I mean, we top decked perfectly, right? We top decked a way to get a blue card, and then we drew Merchant Scroll for Ancestral and had the extra mana. So like, can't can't be mad about that. Can't be mad about that. Okay, this hand has a Mental Misstep, Moxen, Blue Land, and Probe. Definitely within keepable range for sure. Mental Misstep is probably at its best versus my opponent's deck. Doesn't get a lot better than Misstep against Doomsday. Dark Ritual decks in general. All right. All right, looks like they have an upkeep Ancestral. We do have that covered. We'll see if they have a day's backup or something. Incredible. All right. Pretty much the best possibles. Let's take a peek at their hand. All right, so they have Steel Sabotage, Force of Will, Underground Sea, Vampiric, Street Wraith, Dig, Ponder. This game is fucked. All right. All right, well, we get to play our 3-drops every turn, get them forced every turn, and hope we don't die. If we can draw our own Force of Will, that will speed things up. Man, that's a hell of a draw from our opponent. 1 land, Days Ancestral, double force. Pretty brutal. All right, so they still have double force. They have a Street Wraith. They shuffled their library. It's nice. Street Wraith is gone. Okay. They missed the land drop. Wow. Okay. All right. Oh, no, they didn't miss the land drop. They played this land. Damn it. They still have to pitch to hand size, though. Small victory. Small victory. I keep getting... All right. Steel Sabotage is gone. So I know what I'm playing this turn gets countered. I think we'll just go... Hull Breacher on their turn. I guess we could go PO on their turn if they tap out. If not, we Hull Breacher. No, now they have missed a land drop. So do I let them hand size or no? I can't let them hand size. I need to get these forces out of their hand. I only have so much mana to work with. I probably should have fetched on my turn while they were tapped out so they can't go like Dark Ritual, Opposition Agent. But, oh, they're going to vamp now so they don't go to hand size. Sure. Okay. What I need to do is draw Force of Will. I don't think I have a Flusterstorm in my deck, right? Thoughtseize, Force of Will. Don't think I have any Flusters in my deck. I think I would normally want to go to hand size, but I also need to get rid of 2 of their forces. So... Oh, I'm so stupid. I wanted to play PO here. I just forgot. They did tap out eventually. All right, so force, pitching, dig, I assume. Yep, so we know they have force 4 unknowns and they vamped. You draw force or a Thoughtseize. Drew a force. Okay. So Narset. They're also pretty low on clock. Force pitch time walk. Force pitch PO. Activate. And we have Twister coming. Whoa, wow. What do we take off this? I think because we're going to Twister next turn no matter what, we just take top. Everything else doesn't make sense. I'd love to take a dress down, but we're Twistering, so. All right, so I assume my opponent is going to go Dark Ritual Doomsday here, but they won't be able to kill us because we have a Narset in play, which means they can't draw an extra card this turn. We'll see what happens. If they vamp for, like, Ancestral, no, they can't vamp for Ancestral. It's in their yard. Oh, Black Lotus Doomsday. Okay. Oh, Black Lotus Pass. Interesting. I'm not going to upkeep Spin because I still want to be able to hit Thoughtseize in case they have Fluster or something. Though now I beat Fluster, so they have to have negation off of this. I think we just go land Twister and I can Narset after. They can't get rid of this Narset. So this is going to get rid of their hand except for one card that they're going to draw. And then I'm going to draw 7 fresh ones plus Narset. Looks winning to me. Sweet. Super winning. Super winning. Oh. God. It's just completely winning. GG, opponent. GG. I will always take a PO win against Doomsday. It's not a super unfavorable matchup. I know I probably said it was unfavorable during the stream, but like it feels really hard sometimes. And when you sneak out a win against a hand like the opponent had, it just feels very nice. Like they had Ancestral with Days backup, double Force of Will. They did, of course, cast Ponder, shuffle, Street Wraith, and miss on a land drop. That's probably the biggest thing that happened in that game. But you know, you got to play to your outs, right? So big win, huge win. Okay, here we go, round 4. I have a bad hand, unfortunately, so we mulligan. Our opponent's probably on Oath of Druids. Oh, not this PO hand. We have a lot more hits in our deck than normal. And we can go Petal, Opal, Tolarian, Ring. It doesn't hold up Force. Gonna put it back. We have a lot of hits at the top, but all right. This one at least is casting Scroll. I'm gonna just go land, Lotus, keep up Force, and go Scroll Ancestral. This is a pretty reasonable 5. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Good mull. Good mull. All right. Opponent knows what's up. The jig is up. The news is out. They finally found me. Black Lotus. Yeah, but mine is more expensive. Have you considered that, opponent? I guess they've considered that. 7-card hand, Probe, Lotus, Ancestral. Sometimes you can't win. This might be one of those times. Ooh, Boseiju. Show and tell. All right. You got me. They hit a Force of Will off of the Atraxa and a Narset. Yeah. That is a lost game right there. So they get Narset, Force, Show, Oath, Atraxa, and one of the lands, and Mana Crypt. My god. Yeah, I mean, if you have Lotus, Show and Tell, this deck is very, very good. Just letting you know. If you think you too are a powerful gamer. They chose to keep Flooded Strand. Okay. They have to discard to hand size? My lord. All right, so if I draw... They saw through my plan, chat. Force pitch Narset, show and tell another Atraxa, maybe? Okay, I will concede to that. Yeah, I was bested in the arena of ideas there. I can tell you that much. I don't really have any good ideas in that area. I think no matter what you choose to do, that like alters the fabric of Magic is going to be good for some formats and bad for others, unfortunately. So I think you just have to eat it. Play draw will always be problematic. So I swapped out the Hercules for a Thoughtseize. I think I'm also going to swap out Island for Relay. Yeah, I like that change. It looks good. I really would like to know the play draw disparity in Vintage. I wonder. I doubt I would ever be able to get that data, but if I became really good friends with MTGO Tony and asked, hey, in all the Vintage leagues, what's the play draw disparity? I feel like that'd be a cool thing to know. Not a very useful thing to know, but a cool thing to know. Yeah, this hand slaps. Keep. So one issue with this hand is Force of Vigor, but I'm just gonna go for Opal, Jet, Pearl, Academy, Merchant, PO. And then if they had a Vigor, they would Vigor in response to Merchant, so I think I'll probably just jam it. I guess that does play into Mind Break, but it's okay. I think they have Vigor. Shit. Yeah. Oh, I should probably have gone Pearl instead of Jet. That's my bad, chat. I should have gone Pearl instead of Jet so that I could keep my Jet for black spells. All right, the good news is I can cast Merchant Scroll for Ancestral, I guess. I did sequence in a slightly wrong order. I guess if I had played my Academy out before I had played my Pearl, I would have been able to Ancestral this turn. So that was a mistake too. Why didn't I do that? Was there a compelling reason that I chose not to do that? I don't think so. So I made 2 misplays in that sequencing. Not exactly a good look from me. So that's something I typically am pretty happy with myself about. But that was quite bad. Should have gone Opal, Academy, Pearl, Jet. Interesting. I think I'm going to cast Ancestral Recall on their upkeep over cast Narset right now. I think it just plays into their stuff better and makes them use mana, and I think I just like that play more. Especially with Ancestral enabling multiple Moxen for my Academy. This is Show and Tell. We're covered. I like this. Looks like this is going to be Show and Tell, and we're covered. Okay, I think we're going to force this and pitch Hold Breacher. Okay, untap, and then we have a Narset. We can assume they either have nothing in their hand and they were bluffing, or they have an Atraxa. Relay, interesting. So if I hit Mox off of Narset, I can relay. Pretty sweet, actually. I didn't. I hit Burning Wish, Dress Down. If I go Burning Wish, next turn, I still don't have enough to Tinker. Dress Down's like super good against Atraxa if they draw like another Show and Tell. So I'm just going to take this Dress Down. If they like had an Atraxa in hand and rip a Show and Tell off the top, this Dress Down is going to make it so it's just a 7/7 flying Vigilance, Lifelink, Trample, Death Touch, or whatever. Some of those keywords were probably not on the card. Should Show and Tell run Tinker Sphinx? It does. It runs Tinker Citadel in the main and runs Sphinx in the board. Black mana, black mana. All right, I'll just take this PO. Seems fine. I'm just gonna PO. I think that's okay here. I don't think I'm gonna pick up Narset though. Maybe I should just go end step. Ooh, end step PO and pick up Narset. I'd kind of really like to relay though. I'm just gonna pick up the 2 Moxen. If they want to fluster this, is fine. Oh, I actually just didn't hit. Okay. So I can still repeal this Pearl, and then I can still hit a Moxen and go relay. I didn't hit. Okay, well. Didn't really hit a lot of Moxen there, but I do have another PO next turn. I still have Show and Tell covered. I'm not dying to Oath, so I guess it's fine. So they hit the Show and Tell. Hopefully they don't Show and Tell a Citadel. But I guess we have at least Narset for that. Oh, they Show and Tell the Citadel, of course. Oh, I drew in a Braid for the Citadel. Another Show and Tell. Okay. Put a Mox in and now I can Braid, actually. I don't, that's kind of funny. Wow. That's actually, I put a Land in and I can Braid. It's very, very hilarious to me. Dying. Got him. All right. This game is locked up. Oh, yeah. Super locked up. Very, very dead opponent is. Very, very, very dead. Woo! Hello? All right, all right, all right. That was a sick game. That game went so nice. Beautiful game. Would play again. Went super well. All right, what do we got? Citadel in our hand, no force. We have a dress down for show and tell. I think a dress down for show and tell is probably not enough. If my opponent plays turn 1 show and tell and I dress down and I'm going for Merchant Scroll Ancestral on turn 3, that just feels like not good enough to me. Let's mulligan. Yeah, keep. Bottom, done. Oh, I guess we could put in the Citadel. I think putting in the Citadel might be worse. Like we have a dress down. It's probably close. I'm not 100% sure that like we beat an Atraxa trigger with a show and tell in play when they play Vigor. It just doesn't seem like that is going to work out a lot. Can we not do this every game? All right, I'm going to force this. PO, 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 PO. Bruh. Gonna just play 1. Don't want to get vigored. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's pretty sweet. Agreed. My opponent's gonna go land show and tell now after casting Ancestral. My hands are not this good, opponent! My hands are just not good enough to beat these. God, man. Well, this one didn't draw force. So they take Atraxa, they take Beseiju, they take Emerald, they take Oath, and they take Show, and they take Flash. Okay. Well, that was not a great Atraxa hit. So if we simply draw PO, I think we win the game. We can also draw Burning Wish Tinker. So we have lots of good hits. That's a PO. Time to find out if we actually win the game or not. Oh, god damn it, they have Beseiju for 1 off of exactly Emerald. Ah, Justin. It's fine. See if they didn't realize it. Fuck. Oh, I should definitely have gotten a Underground Sea there. Probably is losing. Yeah, it's losing. Oh, yeah, definitely should have got Underground Sea there. Now they can just flash or show and tell a second Atraxa and we're lost. I guess they had Beseiju for Tinker Citadel, so we were never beating this anyways. Flash. All right, they hit negation, will, vigor. All right, I'm off it. Yeah, that we just got outclassed in draws. We absolutely got outclassed in our draws. Okay, here we go. 5th and final round with our Burning Wish PO deck. We've got the writer of Vintage 101 on MTG Goldfish, Joe Dyer. This hand is bad. I'm going to put it back. This hand is better. I'm gonna keep. Just get rid of this abrade and just do some jamming here. We've got a nice turn 1 Merchant Ancestral, and then we've got things like Burning Wish Tinker. Lots of good things happening. Time Walk, okay. Beseiju, so maybe another Oath match here, or maybe it's Bug. Oath of Druids, okay. Not bad. We're okay with that. Oath of Druids is a lot less threatening for our deck than Show and Tell. We hit Ruby. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. So, how much mana does that give us? We've got 7 mana. So we can go Scroll, PO, Burning Wish. So if we go Scroll, Ancestral is 3. Burning Wish, Tinker is 7. So we could just go Scroll, Ancestral, Burning Wish, Tinker. No, we're short on that. We're on 1 short. How did I miscount this by 1 here? I have 5 mana left over. So should I just go PO? How did I miscount that badly? If I Ancestral into a Mox, I can still do Burning Wish Tinker. Let's just go PO. Well, if I go Ancestral, I guess nothing is beating Flusterstorm at this point. Yeah, but if I had wanted to do that, I should have Burning Wished first and not used my Merchant Scroll because it's a cycle. It's a shuffle. I think we can make them have a counter spell for PO and then do Burning Wish Tinker next turn. Okay. I didn't float a blue mana, but I should definitely have floated a blue mana. They have a Traxa Oko. And they have mystical. We're going to lose this game. All right. Well, how do I fix this game? Can I fix this game? Can I Burning Wish for something and fix this game? I can Burning Wish for Shattering Spree and Shattering Spree their emeralds so they can't Mystical Tinker. Sorry, I think they're going to Mystical Show Atraxa, which we'll lose to. I should have just floated blue mana because I was picking up my Ruby. I just thought I wanted to have red mana for Burning Wish, but it was just a mistake. I think we're going to Burning Wish for Shattering Spree. And make them go Ancestral off Mystical. How many goblins do I make? The problem with going Galvanic Relay is I can't play the cards till next turn, and they're going to go Show and Tell Atraxa, right? Maybe we still win through that. What if they just go Mystical Tinker, and then they go Citadel? Well, I think Shattering Spree works. Oh my god, why did I play Mana Vault? I could have just not played Mana Vault and cast Burning with Shattering Spree. I guess we could cast Wheel of Fortune. But then they still get to Mystical and then draw the card off of Wheel, right? That can't be good. All right, I messed up multiple times on this turn. So the biggest, if it was just Show and Tell Atraxa, I think I could technically relay here. But because it can be Tinker's Citadel, can't I not relay? I could still relay for 11. Like, how is relay for 11 not going to win me the game on the next turn? But I still think I'm winning if they go like Mystical Ancestral here. That feels like I'm winning still. Yeah, I'm gonna go Shattering Spree, I guess. I should not have tapped this Mana Vault, unfortunately, but okay. I misplayed that turn in two places, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I assume my opponent's gonna go Mystical Ancestral now. They're not gonna Mystical. They're just gonna try to naturally draw land so they can Oko a Moxen and turn on Oath of Druids. They drew Forbidden Orchard. All right, well. I would still play Oko and turn off something, but my opponent doesn't look like they're going to do that. All right, so, I mean, I think we're probably fine then. Not a great draw. So, if we were to DT, we can't Tinker. So I think it's better to just start with a PO. What if we were to DT for an extra mana source for PO? Is that too bad? It's probably bad. But we should still probably get a land out of our deck anyways. So, well, it's like worse if I Tinker later. But if I go Underground Sea, PO... Didn't draw anything off that. Drawing Forces is not very good because my opponent drew the Orchard. But we still have DT. And we have red still, so can we Tinker Citadel here? If we make 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7 DT Wish Tinker. Yeah, we could DT a Braid and shoot the 1/1. We could do that. I think that's probably worse than trying to win the game though. We might even still just go for PO. It's PO for 4. Yeah, PO could be better than going Wish Tinker. Wait, do I have a lethal Twister or anything? A lethal Wish anyway? If I don't have enough black mana to do that. How many bricks do I have in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a really low number of bricks in my deck, chat. Like a really low. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have 9 bricks in my deck. 9 out of 40 cards. Or 41 cards. I guess that's still like 25% chance. This PO is like a lot higher chance of bricking though, right? Maybe not. All right, I'm gonna try POing. Sure, another PO. It's quite good. PO does give mana back, but Citadel doesn't cost mana. So now I have repeal, so I'm super winning. All right, now they're actually dead to Storm. I don't really like the way my opponent played this game. I think they should have played the Oko. I know it exposes the... I mean, you can get 2 creatures. You get the Spirit token, and you turn off one of my things. Definitely should have played the Oko. All right, so I have Burning Wish Tendrils. Okay, I guess we'll take it. I didn't really think we were winning that game. I've made so many mistakes, but POs can be pretty forgiving. All right, we're playing against the Show and Tell Oath deck again. Hercules comes out. Thoughtseize and Relay come in for Island and Hercules again. Yeah, I like that. I like that look. Okay. Been a pretty sweet stream, huh? Fun deck. Fun deck. I gotta make sure I render these videos tonight so I can get them uploaded before I go to Ohio. No, the Burning Wish is like totally serviceable. I'm not convinced you're supposed to have the Tinker in the sideboard, but like having Burning Wish for... I guess we haven't really Burning Wish for Wheel very much. I don't know. I don't think it's better, but it's definitely not bad. Are my YouTube uploads automated? No, so I do editing on them. So I take out all the downtime between rounds, and I throw in a hook and an intro, and Patreon plug, etc. Because there can be a lot of times for Vintage that you have a long wait in between rounds. I mean, I can automate the upload from the editing software, but it doesn't really do anything. I think this hand's bad. I think I need a force. My opponent's like an all-in combo deck. I think this hand's just not good enough. Okay. Just gonna put away the Hull Breacher, keep a Force of Will, Burning Wish for Tinker, and Tinker on turn 2. Pretty nice. I guess theoretically I can get Vigored, but... I mean, I'm just always getting Tinker here if it resolves. I guess I can get Flustered or Spell Pierced as well. Okay. Well, that certainly is worse for me, but my opponent did mulligan pretty heavily. They're on 4 cards now, so they had mulligan to, what, 6? Yeah. We still have a Force active. Have some good top decks. Not a bad spot. I'll hold this Opal. If they play an Oath of Druids here, I would probably let it resolve. PO's a good draw. Need another Moxen, but we're in pretty reasonable shape to look to PO. Okay, that also technically lets us PO. We're gonna do it on their end step though. Definitely don't want to get Vigored in response. All right, they're still missing land drops. That might be a reasonable reason to not actually cast the PO here. Just Vintage. Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy Vintage Open, which is kind of a mouthful. Just a vintage tournament in a brewery. Should be fun. Be excited. Yeah, there's no reason to cast now. Especially when we can draw like that. All right. I am liking the spot we're in this game. I am liking this a lot. We actually are actually around Flusterstorm now if we wanted to. Well, now we're not around Flusterstorm because they played on Moxen. I'm still not going to cast PO yet. Sure. Are they going to mystical for Tinker, Show and Tell, or Ancestral? They went for Tinker. All right, so interesting. Oh no! You no! No! You didn't do that to me. All right. I thought I was coming out really far. I thought I was coming out really far ahead on that one. The good news is if we hit Burning Wish, we still have Burning Wish Tinker. The opponent's deck is not a great Citadel deck. It's not a bad Citadel deck, but it's not great. Wow, fetch already. That one's probably hard to beat. This does make it so I can't vamp for Burning Wish. Oh, they have another force? Okay. That's probably lethal. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, well, I waited a long time and I ran straight into Ancestral Mindbreak Trap. I didn't have to play it like that, but I felt like I definitely will always cast the Hull Breacher there. And I definitely will always cast what did they have Mindbreak Trap for? I forced their force? Or what did I do? No, I PO'd. Hmm. Maybe I'm just supposed to let them draw 3 then. I don't know. God damn it. This is why I don't play 3 Mox Upples anymore. Mulligan. This is fine. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that like hitting the treasures was like really nice, but I wasn't really planning on playing around Mindbreak Trap. I know that some lists do play Mindbreak Traps. I'm gonna PO here. Not the best draw 2 of my life, but take it. Oh, we won't take it. Okay. Force pitching Atraxa. Hope we don't get Vigor on our upkeep, you know? Alright, well, I got not a lot going on. Oath beside you? Sorry, Orchard Oath? Alright. That's a force. Probe. Time Walk, Mind Break Trap, land. Okay. Not a good draw. Was looking for Burning Wish, Ancestral, something. So now they get to go land, Time Walk, hold up Mind Break Trap. Oh, they don't even have to Time Walk there. I wouldn't Time Walk there. I would just hold up Mind Break Trap. Hold the Time Walk for if you draw an Oath. Rainstorm. What is this? So good. All right. Still holding up Trap, may assume. Repeal's not bad. Yeah. I think I'm going to try to tempo repeal this. I guess if they have another land, they would have played it first. Yeah. I'm just going to go... Like, this is obviously riskier, but I just really need to draw cards, so... Okay. Pain, man. Absolute huge amounts of pain. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. It wasn't a blue card, wasn't a mana. Well, it was the worst possible. All right. So I'm gonna get Mind Break trapped. Maybe they don't have it. I'm just gonna get Mind Break trapped. No, they can hard cast Mind Break Trap if I do it on their upkeep. I have to hope they don't have Mind Break Trap and instead go for a win. So if I go for Burning Wish, I can go for Tinker, and I don't know. I think that's I think that's fine. I think if they have Mind Break Trap, they win. If they don't have Mind Break Trap, then maybe we win. I think they have Mind Break Trap, but that's okay. Play-Doh are out. I guess we also technically could have gone Yogwill there instead of Tinker. Would have been pretty reasonable. Probably winning as well. All right. We've been bested. So much Oath in leagues, huh? We've played against like 5 Oath decks in the last 10 matches. Okay. Yeah, this was pretty serviceable. The things that this deck is doing are fine. I don't think Burning Wish makes this better. But it's definitely a choice you can make, and it has some upsides and it has some downsides, right? What did we get? We got Tinker, we've got Cruise, we got Tendrils, we got Relay. And we got Shattering Spree once. That's pretty funny. So we got to use a lot of our board. It's possible this Tendril should just be Grape Shot. That's definitely possible. But overall, the idea of our sideboard was fine. I'm not 100% sure this relay is actually good enough. Maybe it's not great. But the rest of this makes sense to me. I did have to cut a bunch of ley lines to fit more cards here, but I really don't want to play more anti-Bazaar than this in our like super combo deck. We also have like some things that are good against non-Dredge Bazaar with Hull Breachers, so I think it's fine. I don't know if this Karn is actually good. I kind of think Karn is not actually good in these PO decks, but we also didn't really play against the decks where Karn is amazing. We played against a pretty interesting set of decks this week today. Opal, I think, should always be 2 if you don't have extra ways to make it turned on, like a third Sensei's Top or Artifact Lands or something else like that. I know I cut Artifact Lands from my deck donation deck list. Probably should have moved down to 2 Opals if I had done that. I kind of didn't do that. And then overall, I mean, the Braid was sweet. We killed a Citadel with a Braid. Repeal was pretty fine. Yeah, it was reasonable. It was absolutely reasonable, and I think that's typically the case when you make any kind of Tinker PO deck. The choices you make in your last 10 slots are not usually the most impactful, and I think that this idea is totally fine. Yeah, so thanks to Gobi for donating to see this deck played. I'm sorry that they couldn't chat in chat. I don't know why that happened, but appreciate the sub and the Patreon thing. And this was fun. I actually had a really good time. It was a really long stream because we got to play a lot of different kinds of Magic. So more vintage videos on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.